Past, present and future means it records the past, it observes the past, it will observe the future, and it is observing the present. So that consciousness, come to the point again, is talking about that consciousness. Huh? So, if one can identify who finds himself close to him, realizes his unity with him, he can understand that he is one with him, then he has no reason to be afraid. Our Gita, our Upanishad says they become fearless. How they become fearless? Not with a gun, AK-47, no. That is not their power. Their power of dignity. They think that this is the unchangeable, eternal self, and that is me. That consciousness. They stand in that. Who will kill that? Eternity. That's why it is said, the sword cannot cut it, air cannot dry it, fire cannot burn it, because it is Atman everywhere. But this will be burnt. If someone comes with a sword and just chops it, it will die. This small will die. But that which is everywhere, where it will go? And what to lose? How can you lose? You lose this one. You lose your youth. You lose your money. You lose your health condition. There is a fear. But when you see that you are that, what to lose and what to fear about? That's why this is the examples we find holy people with this example. Christ on the cross. If he was afraid, he could have run away before crucifixion. He knew everything. You read, everything he knew. And who will say, who will, what you call that, not recognize, even being asked. No? He knew everything, but no fear. Challenged. Challenges of life is not. That Alexander's story with the naked man in the Himalayas, heights of Himalayas, and fearless in front of the sword. Sri Ram, in the utmost pain and agonies of the, what do you call this, throat cancer, not afraid. It's not a question of afraid. Vivekananda was never afraid of anything. These are the proof that this physical life, so long you identify here, there is fear. But when we can identify there, who cares? The body comes and goes. Body was not here, it will not be one day. What is the new thing about it? Tell me. It was not here in the planet one day. It will not be there afterwards. So what is the new uniqueness of this? It's very happening. Every day happening. So what to be fearful about? If you can see that unchanging self, and that is the word, Nachiketa, you ask this question. This is the unchanging self. So he says that has no reason to be afraid of anything. This truly is that. Etad Vaitat. Jaimang Madhyadang Veda. Madhyadam means enjoying the fruit of action. This person, he knows who is this person. This person who is enjoying the fruits of action. We are saying, going back and forth in the life cycle. Who is that? This individual soul is going and coming back. But who is behind the individual self? That consciousness. Where it will go? How can you cut it? How can you burn it? There is no question. What to be lost? What to be gained? These are all childlike questions. So the idea here is that the individual self, the jiva, is none other than the cosmic self, Brahman. Apparently the individual self is caught in the messes of life. He works and enjoys the fruits of the work, and though the fruits are not always good, he still clings to the work. It is like honey to him. It is very sweet. People get so much pain, so much suffering, still runs for the same thing. Look at the life's experience. After so much turmoil, one tries to get a little joy. And afterwards you find that that same object of joy becomes the object of suffering. People are thinking, my son will follow this way, he will be listening to me, he will be like that, imagination. And when the son or daughter, when they get matured or they get in their adulthood, what they will be? And if not, you cry, we cry. No? So why you are crying? Because you are hanging on to the little thing. But if we can see that who is behind him, the same consciousness, and is a fun going on, so let it be. And go back to the consciousness behind. See the fun, Leela of the Lord. Enjoy. But we have to go back to the home. Then you can enjoy. Otherwise you'll have to cry and cry. The object which was the subject of our attention, focus and love, the same subject becomes a subject of pain, agony, frustration, desperation. Is it not? Look, anything in life, what you expected to give you joy, that same thing became a cause of suffering all through the life. You loved someone and something happened there. You enjoyed few days, and that few days enjoyment is keeping you always in agony, thinking of the memory, oh, what has happened, what has happened. The same subject which gave joy become a cause of suffering. So, shall we hang on in this cycle of objects, or we shall go back to the subject? The goal of life is to realize that the individual self and the cosmic self, paragraph 122 page, are one and the same. That is, there is one self, capital, everywhere and in everything. This one has become many, many in terms of names and forms. When you realize this oneness of things, you are no longer afraid of anything. You have no reason to hide yourself, because for you there is no duality. Who will you be fearful about if there is but one? Upanishad says, Dvitiyad vai bhayang bhavati. You are afraid only when there is another. If there is no other, you don't fear yourself. You don't fear your own hand. You don't fear your own teeth. It can bite, but you don't fear your own teeth. Your own, if you know, there is nothing to be feared about. But when I see teeth is separate from me, then teeth can bite my tongue. Your left hand and his children, when they walk with the boots in their newly walking child, his right leg hits the left leg. And he got angry. He punishes the right leg with the left leg again. So it is foolish, because it is one body, your right leg, your left leg. But if it is separate, then comes misery and pain. Otherwise, it is fun. I am playing in so many ways. Now, 6th verse, 123 page. Yah purvam tapasayatam, yah purvam tapasayatam, adivya purvam ajayata, adivya purvam ajayata, guhang pravishyatis thantam, guhang pravishyatis thantam, yo bhutevi vyapashyata, yo bhutevi vyapashyata, etadvaitat, etadvaitat. Now, ya purvam tapasam, purva means in before, he, the spiritual seeker, who is able to see distinctly that being which you are talking about, who preceded the elements. Meaning, the Atman, the consciousness, Satchidananda, is the source of everything, out of which came five elements, no? Air, water, fire, etc. The whole universe is created by what? Five elements, no? So that it is before even the five elements have started. So that's why he said that who is the first born from consciousness, who is in the heart of every being, in its body and organs, all produced of the elements, he truly sees Brahman. Understand? What he says, he, that means the spiritual seeker. Now we are, no? Who is able to see. If you or me can be capable of seeing, what to see? Distinctly. Perfectly we can see this consciousness, this being, that real consciousness who preceded the elements. This whole universe, you see, my body, everything material object is a combination of the five elements. Kshiti, earth, up, water, teja, Agni, fire, and up, water, and Vayu. Space and air. Anyhow, this five. With these five elements, everything is created. Your body is created out of five elements. This is created out of, the tree body is made of five elements. Human body is five elements. Elephant body, whatever you see, is made of five elements. So, but who is before that five elements? That means five elements origin, that all the consciousness from which Maya came, all this theory, and then came this appearance of the five elements. Who is the first born from consciousness? Who is the heart of every being? That means you come thinking that God is sitting in your heart. He is the firstborn of Brahma. Brahma is the firstborn. He comes out of what? Satchidananda. Right? In the body and organs, all produced of the elements. If you can understand that, then you see the Brahman. This truly is that. O Nachiketa is your question. This world is nothing. Page 124. This world is nothing but a manifestation of Brahman, pure consciousness. The first manifestation is Hiranyagarbha, and it is the sum total of all beings. It became manifest even before the elements. It is the self of every being and is in every part of the being, in its body as well as in its organs. So, as you know, we talked about that, no? The cosmic creation, individual life, say now in this waking state, this is called what? Who remember?
Vishwa.
Vishwa. And all the individual, it is called the Virata. Now in the cosmic level it is called Virata. Individual level, for you and me, it is Vishwa. Now you go to sleep. Then your name becomes Tejas. Tejas. Because you see in the night, in the dark, there you see light. Through that light you see your dream world. Tejas. And this in a cosmic level, it is called the cosmic light. It is called Hiranyagarbha. And then you go one step, deep sleep. You are called Prajna. You do not know anything. You say, I don't know anything. I slept well. No? So that's the Prajna state. And what's in the cosmic level, we call Ishvara. Ishvara. And then from that goes Brahman. In this level, it is the individual, it is the total. Individual is a part of the total. Total, you, me, are all there. So, this is so everything is coming from then Ishvara. You can say, well, it mainly comes from Brahman. Then it comes, you can say, from Ishvara. Then you can come, it is coming from cosmic prana. Or it is called the Hiranyagarbha. Or individually you can say in your dream state. Dream body is made of what? 5 elements. dream elements, no? Dream water, dream air, not this air. This air is more thick. It is called made of the 5 elements, more concrete. Drink in your dream, when you drink water, that's called the tanmatra. Only the water element. Here, water element is mixed with air and other elements. So this is the distinction. In a dream body, we have one type of elements, and that is gross, it comes more compact. But everything is made of the element. So element, coming from Hiranyagarbha. You can say Hiranyagarbha, you can say Ishvara, you can say Brahman, whatever you like, you go say. So to know that is the knowledge. And to know this is ignorance. Because it is duality. So to be able to see the same self everywhere is the goal of life. The self is what Nachiketa was asking about. This is called the self, which is beyond the 3 gunas, beyond the 5 elements. Ya pranena shambhavati, ya pranena shambhavati, aditir devatamai, aditir devatamai, guhang pravishyatishthanting, guhang pravishyatishthanting, ya bhute virvajayata, ya bhute virvajayata, etadvaitat, ya pranena shambhavati, ya pranena shambhavati, aditir devatamai, aditir devatamai, guhang pravishyatishthanting, guhang pravishyatishthanting, ya bhute vir bhajayata, ya bhute vir bhajayata. The self of all deities, all the gods. Who is the self of all the gods? All Durga, Kali, Shiva, Aditi. These are all ancient names. Aditi. Aditi is the ancient deity.
Aditi is the same as Aditya.
Right?
No, Aditi is the same as Aditya.
No. Deity, Aditi. There are names of the deity. The self of all deities, Aditi, manifests herself as the cosmic energy. And now you can say like that, Brahman and is Shakti. Shakti manifests like this. No? So the self of all the deities, whether whatever gods and goddesses you worship, what is the heart of them? In their heart is the cosmic consciousness. No? They are the manifestation, better manifestation of the consciousness. We are also a manifestation of consciousness, a lower degree. Someone is maybe 0-watt lamp, or you can night lamp, better. Night lamp, 15 watt, 20 watt, 30 watt, 60, 100, 1000, million, billion watt. So avatars are billion watts. Gods and goddesses are in that level. But behind that is the electricity. Wherever you go, only think of the electricity. Without electricity, no watt, that watt does not come. It does not function at all. So, he says that the self of all the deities, Aditi, manifests herself as the cosmic energy. It's just think that Shakti, but we know this terminology. She is the soul eater. That means actually she consumes everything, because everything consumed in her. And out of that Shakti again it gets manifested. And she consumes again. She is the soul eater, and she is also the 5 elements. Because she has manifested in the 5 elemental form. And that 5 element combination and permutation has created this universe of earth, planet, stars, galaxies, all are created by them. She is present in the heart of every being. Where is not, that Shakti is not where? In you, in me, in this, everywhere. As Brahman, forget that. I'm not bringing Brahman here. But here giving a little one step down to the Shakti. And that Aditi, who is the essence of all gods and goddesses. But that Shakti is behind you and me and everywhere. One step by step you can think. But main thing, if you can one stroke, we make it very simple. Brahman, one word. But to meditate in a step-by-step formula, then we go to deeper and deeper and deeper layers of understanding.
Swami, at this level, does Shakti kind of work herself down to Maya? Or is she...
Of course, Shakti means within Maya. Because manifestation, wherever a manifestation, you must have to accept it is Maya. According to Vedanta, only there is no two. That experience is real experience. And this experience is also good because Lila or Vedantic way you will say, Sarvam Khali Idam Brahma. Terminology different, but experience will be the same. If a spiritual seeker identifies himself with her first, that's why you identify not Brahman. Brahman is too high. Okay. You go to the Aditi. We go to Mother Sarada. She is the expression of infinite Brahman. No. That's why Ramakrishna worshipped her. So go to her. Then what will happen? Then if a spiritual seeker can identify by meditation, I am mother's child and think of mother, and you become identified there, you lose that your identity. Then he, that means the person who was meditating, will merge into Brahman. Because Ramakrishna said, Shakti and whose Shakti, they are not two. Brahman and Shakti are not two. So if you think of the Shakti, step by step, now he's helping us to go one step to the next step. And then you can think that this truly is that self that Nachiketa was asking about. So here the suggestion is that a spiritual seeker should be able to see Brahman in the cosmic energy, prana. This energy is in all deities, and not only in the deities, it is also in all beings. The same energy, pranic energy, spiritual energy. This energy is Aditi, literally means the eater, because it eats up or consumes everything. It is the destroyer. It destroys the ignorance. But the element, matter, are not separate from energy. And nowadays it is proven. There is no matter. It is all energy, is it not? See how many thousands of years before these people have recognized that.
But in a way it helps Swami because, the real scientists are proving it. So that helps the human mind to grasp it.
Yeah. But sages had no time to go for these crude ways.
Well, they didn't have the instruments either.
And
They only had their minds.
But I do not know. They are where? They are where? In those days we'll have to say they are where. Yeah, there are so many subtle things which we may not find now. We are coming to know little bit of some things, availability of those things. Yeah.
So, Swami, I believe we had enough instruments past. From the scripture, the Mahabharata, Ramayana, or even you go back, the number of missiles, anti-missiles, the instruments that we had, people have studied months together to master those small instruments.
And that science is lost. What happened? The science is lost.
Yeah, exactly.
With suppose you see that how much treasure was there in the Nalanda and Takshila University. All the treasures, who knows what was there? They're all burnt. 7 days or how many days it took?
4 months to burn
4 months to
Nalanda.
burn the Nalanda University, all the texts. All the texts. And those days people used to write in hand. You see, it took only burning for 4 months. What amount of treasure? Who knows?
What burning was this?
Nalanda libraries.
Nalanda University near Benares.
After the four major libraries, that is what you done.
All over the globe, people used to go to study there.
Oh, like Constantinople, that's the big library. I didn't know there was another big library that also burned.
So that is the glory of some religion. They prefer to only burn and kill, destroy. Anyhow, that's the point. But my point is that you do not know what treasure it was there. It is unknown. And little bit what we get it, we are really surprised to see the, yes.
Swami, these sages didn't really need instruments in a physical sense. And when we kind of imagine that all these flying things, at a mythological level, yes. But really, this is much more powerful when you recognize what consciousness truly is. And you intune to that things like this, that Hiranyagarbha manifests as energy and is no other than Brahman. Whereas today, scientists who have
Energy
all
conception.
kinds of colliders and all kinds of expensive things still have not realized that consciousness is not a faculty of the mind. They're still hung up on that, seeing consciousness as a faculty of the mind. How far advanced are these people who intuit what is pure energy, because they get the idea that all things float in consciousness. We still haven't quite arrived there.
Because the two mindset was different. Swamiji said in his lectures that East and West has this different outlook. One focused all attention inside, intuitive, experiential in the inner self. Another way is to explore through the science, the visible universe, analyze and find what is behind. Both are complementary to each other. But emphasis was given on one side in ancient time, and all the scientific discoveries what are coming out, that also first is intuitive, is it not? When the apple fell, we are all seeing the apple fall, but it created some intuitive experience inside, and then came the theory. So all the things come first in some flash inside, no? So this is the point. And in the spiritual world, caught that point first. And the external scientific world says, no, I don't believe that. I want to see it, what experimentally it can be verified. But it cannot be, because that which is beyond even any instrument to gauge, that is even the instrument of mind, how can you grasp that? But they are pointing out to that. That's the great thing. But the elements are not separate from energy, they are always together. They work upon each other, and then things happen in the world. This energy is in the heart of everything and every being, and it is also known as Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic being. If a spiritual aspirant can identify himself with this Hiranyagarbha, then he has reached the goal. And much achievement has happened. If you go to the cosmic energy level, no? Suppose if you can feel this whole world is nothing but cosmic energy, it's a matter of joke. You will be overwhelmed there itself. It's that one energy. There's nothing but energy. You call it kinetic, potential, magnetic, electrical, those are secondary point. But it is, if you can reach that one energy, these are all diverse manifestations, then you can you imagine how big is that? There we will get lost, but they go to Brahman. Much before that, the outer experience will collapse, the outer consciousness. It's no other than Brahman. So, yes? Huh? This book will say so many things. There's a bigger explanation, but we have no time to read. It is, if you want to refer it, you can collect a book from this Chinmay Mission Chinmayananda's book on this Kathopanishad. Also, if you want to read much more, go to Swami Ranganathananda. This is very great scholarly and so much of reference and such a grand explanation of all this with modern science and things. This is his topic. When you get this type of thing, he gives enormous explanation of this. And it makes sense that modern science is corroborating all this. Modern psychology, modern science. Oh, anything more?
I was just going to say, I mean, like the mind, the brain even, is a reflection of that consciousness. It's always evolving more and more and more and gaining and more and more and more. It's never ending, our knowledge, and then we get whacked down and everything gets lost. But then it starts coming up again.
Now, coming up means in human potential it is there.
Yeah.
But what was as in the external world some discoveries, one discovery stands and then another discovery comes over that foundation of the previous reading. So those sciences develop that way. So in India also, Upanishad refers that it is very much tuned to the both developing both the sciences. They never neglected that. The supreme knowledge of the absolute as also the material science. It was one time. That's why India was so great. Its civilization was so powerful because it was grounded on that spiritual experience and also in material science, that reaching the same.
It's true, Swami, because here I think the scientists and because the Christianity, which has kind of taken over the West, it's so much about faith, and if you don't have faith, you're not a good Christian. So the scientists, you hear Neil deGrasse Tyson talking, he's very inspired about science, and he really is about
Who?
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Achha.
Yeah, he's a physicist, and he really wants to know. It's like he said, you don't have to just have faith. Look, we keep looking, and we'll see the truth.
Exactly.
And it sounds like what the Indians had is that's what religion was looking for the truth. The Western religion is like you're supposed to have faith, accept it.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to
That most of the religion is dualistic religion is like that.
Right.
It's based on faith. Vaishnavism. You have to say what is the faith says. Fundamentally. It's a working faith though.
But they have the Gita, which gets pretty scientific, doesn't it?
Gita gets, but the Vaishnava school of thought does not take everything in the way the Vedanta will take. But the point is that ultimately they all talk about Brahman, but how they treat as Brahman is a different because of the philosophy. But anyhow, as you said, in Christianity, in Islam and certain things, there is some definite thing you have to believe. If you don't believe, then you are a kafir, right? Because you are non-believer then. Non-believer has no way out. It is no question. You cannot question. That's the point. But here you can challenge anything. That's the scientific attitude.
But I think you made a very good point, Swami. The basis of duality is this: you have to have faith. Without that, duality cannot exist because you cannot start with reasoned research. You have to start with faith.
Yeah,
and I
that's.
think the Abrahamic religions are based solely on that. Hinduism has a portfolio of different things, but the Vaishnavite position is no different.
It's the same thing happens. Vaishnavas become very
But then they
orthodox.
still
Then the Shaktas become very orthodox. Every Shaivites become very orthodox.
The human nature.
This is a human nature.
Where
Dualism.
does Nitya Leela fit in with the dual religions in India? Because Nitya Leela.
No. There is perfection who can blend and harmonize. For them, everything is okay. And India harmonizing people are great. Many great people. But the masses, when it goes to the individual cult, or you can say their own way of their guru, teacher, parampara, so that they become very little fanatic because they are to keep their integrity. They say this is the only thing. That is the good side. But bad side is that exclude everyone. But you should not exclude. You include also. This is this, as also those are also true. But this is for me. That's why Hanumanji's everything is okay. Srinathe, Janaki Nathe, Aveda Paramatmani. I know they are all Paramatma. This is the beauty of those who are harmonizers. And Swami Vivekananda Ramakrishna came in this age to harmonize, not to change anybody from anything. You harmonize. Yes, you like it, do it. But honor and respect others so that you don't spend your time in correcting others. Who has given you the responsibility to correct others? But you know, these people not practicing themselves, they take the total energy on correcting others and bullying others. So this is the not religion.
So maybe the best corrective is to. So maybe the best corrective is to have a monkey get up and say, "You and I are one."
Then they will say, "You join me then." That's true. They will say, "Yes, you and me is true, but you join me then. You and me, so why not me?"
In the Shakta Purana, there's a beautiful fight that happens between the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara. After Adimata creates them. Beautiful. The whole science evolves up from there. But initially there's a fight saying that Brahma says, "I am the creator, so you salute me," and then the whole fight starts.
Om Sahana Bhavatu Shano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavai Tejashvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
This last